Okay, so we're gonna start in child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And either outstretch those arms in front of you. You can take them nice and wide and create some shape for your chest to melt down toward the mat. Or you can explore taking those fingertips back towards your heels. Allow your hips to sink back toward the heels. And my inspiration that I'm looking for right now to read you is a quote that I just love from Maya Angelou. And it says, "My wish for you is that you continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness. Continue to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart." I just love that. So pretty. So take a moment and set an intention for your practice this evening. You stepped away from your busy day, carved out time right here on your little playground we call our yoga mat. Take 2 more deep, full breaths here. With each exhale, allowing your hips to sink back a little closer to your heels. One more breath. And then we're just gonna walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Allow your hips to keep sinking back towards your heels as you walk your arms to the side of your mat. Create some space in that right rib tissue and take a few deep breaths there. One more time. And then go ahead and walk your hands over to the right side, same thing. Allow your left hip to sink a little further back toward the heels to enjoy that nice space you're creating in your left rib tissue. If you've been sitting a lot, this might feel a little extra tight, so don't force the stretch. Use your breath. Then walk your hands back to center. Let's make our way into a tabletop position on the hands and knees. So walk those knees in from your child's pose and look down. Make sure those knees are right underneath the hip bones and shoulders are right over your wrist creases. And just start with your cat-cows. Inhale, looking up. And exhales round the spine. Really press the floor away from you. Allow the head to hang heavy. And just move with your breath. You're welcome to add a child's pose as you're exhaling, or maybe a hip circle always feels good on the outer hips. If you're doing the hip circles, just make sure you go in opposite directions each time. Let's do one more round. And we'll meet back in a tabletop position. And from our tabletop, let's take the right hand into the middle of the mat and take your left arm, reach it up to the sky. Spread your fingers, expand your chest, open heart, one more big inhale. And then take that left arm, thread it down and through, coming down onto your left shoulder, left ear. You can choose what to do with your right arm. Maybe crawl it forward if you've been sitting a lot and you want that side body stretch. Maybe you walk the hand in and press into the fingertips to open your chest a little more, or take a half wrap behind you for that left hip crease, getting into your shoulders a little more. One more deep breath here. We're going to release your right hand back down to the mat, press into the palms, straighten the right arm, reach your left arm back up to the sky. So nice. And release that left hand down, and we'll switch it up. Left hand comes to the middle of your mat, right arm reaches up to the sky. Take a few breaths here to just expand, open that heart space, really spread your fingers. On your next exhale, thread that arm down and through. And again, choose your choices here. I like to press into my fingertips, get that nice little extra twist. Maybe the half wrap or walking your left hand forward. Go explore. Do the one that gives you the most yummy feeling in your body. It's calorie-free and feels and tastes good, right? Go for that one. One more full breath. And then we're gonna press your left hand into the mat, reach your right arm back up to the sky, big inhale. And then come on back to a tabletop position. Shoulders over your wrists. We're gonna walk your feet back to plank. You're welcome to drop your knees, but reach the crown of your head forward and the heels to the back of your mat. Press the floor away from you, lift the core. One more inhale here, and then just shift back to down dog, and don't adjust your feet, just go with it. Stay here, allow your head to relax. And on your next inhale, we're gonna come forward back to plank. And as you exhale, go back to downward facing dog. So just do that a few more times, kind of warming up the shoulders. Two more times. And we'll meet in a plank position. So next time you get to plank, just hang out there. So pressing into both hands equally, go ahead and lift your left foot off the mat. Modification for this would be either not lifting the leg or dropping your right knee to the floor. We're gonna take your left knee to your left tricep, bring it forward, hold it there. Inhale, send the leg back and lower it down. And then switch it up. Again, you always can modify by dropping the left knee. So we're just lifting the right foot. We're pressing equally into both hands. Crown of the head reaching forward. Drive that right knee toward the right tricep on the outside of your right arm. Keep pressing into both hands. Keep breathing. Inhale the leg back, lower it down, and let's lower slow chaturanga all the way down to your belly. When you get there, untuck your toes, take your hands behind you and just lace your fingers. Should feel good to extend those arms. Tops of the feet, keep them down on your mat. You're gonna look straight ahead of you, just over the tip of your nose, and lift the hands toward your feet, reaching toward the back of your yoga mat. Hip bones stay on the floor, tops of the feet are actively pressing into the floor. One more breath here. Lower your chest down and just switch the lace of your fingers. So put the other thumb on top and then relace your fingers. We're gonna do it again. Inhale, lift your heart. Tops of the feet still stay on the mat. Two more breaths here. And release it down, release your arms, bring them by your sides. Lift up for cobra. We're gonna make this a flowing cobra. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. And you can lift as high or as low as you like. You can keep the elbows with a big bend. You wanna work up to an upward facing dog, you're welcome to, or you can stay nice and low in your cobra. And then let's make our way into downward facing dog, tucking those toes, hips go up and back. Head is relaxed, shake it out, yes and no. And take that dog for a walk if you like. Going at your own pace, just bending one knee at a time. But while you're doing that, keep that energy in your hands, really pressing into the thumb and the forefinger, enjoying that nice stretch in the whole backside of your body. On your next inhale, let's come forward to plank. Put that all together. Slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift for cobra. And make your way to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in your down dog. You can start to activate that Ujjayi pranayama breath, build some heat in the body. At the end of your exhale, look forward, walk your feet to the top of your mat. When you get there, hands on your shins, inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, see if you can find a little more length. Exhale, fold. 1 more time with your breath. Exhale, fold. We're gonna stay in the fold this time. Take your feet a little bit wider. Grab your opposite elbows if that's okay on your low back. You're welcome to bend your knees here or keep them straight. Maybe sway it out from side to side. Two more breaths. We're going to make our way back to center. Bend your knees a little bit. We're going to just roll up like a rag doll. Please allow the head and shoulders to come up last. And when you get there, just find Tadasana, arms at your sides, feet hip width distance or wider. And then from here, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We're going to take a side body stretch. Right hand to the hip or thigh, left arm up and over the ear. So you don't want to just reach to the side, but find the length first, and then take that length with you. One more breath here. Inhale, back to center, both arms. Reach up, look up. Take it the other way. Hand again to be at your hip, down your thigh, or maybe behind your back. One more breath here. Inhale, both arms reach up. As you exhale, hinge and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and hold. Take another inhale here. Keep that core lifted. As you exhale, slowly lower Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart for Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here. 3 deep breaths. Big full inhales through the nose. Exhales out the nose as well. One more big breath. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk or slowly float your feet to the top of your mats. When you get there, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms up. We're gonna take that side body stretch again, but this time grab your left wrist with your right hand and give it a pull. Find the outer edge of your left foot. See if you can really ground into that outer edge and find a little more length in that side body. Your gaze is either up at the sky or straight ahead. Inhale, back to center, switch your grip. Take it the other way. Now we're rooting in the outer edge of your right foot. One more breath here. Inhale, back to center, both arms reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. One more time through sun salutation A. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, plant those hands, step back and lower, slow with control. Take your time. We'll meet in down dog. From your downward facing dog, let's take the right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and just stack the hip. Firmly pressing into both palms. One more breath here. And then extend that leg and release it down. Left foot goes up. Bend the knee, open the hip. And breathe here. On your next inhale, reach the leg up and lower it back down. One more breath here. This time I'm just gonna have you step your right foot to the top of your mat. So we're gonna find ourselves in a runner's lunge, staying on the ball of your left foot. So let's slide the ball of that left foot way, way back. And just reach through the crown of your head, get nice and long. And then drop your left knee down. Inhale, rise up crescent B. So you're pressing into the ball of your left foot. You're reaching your arms up and allowing your shoulders to slide down the back. Take one more inhale here. This time as you exhale, sweep the arms back, lift the left knee. You're in a crescent A, arms reaching back. Inhale, drop the knee, reach on up, maybe reach back. Exhale, lift the knee, sweep the arms back. Let's do 2 more just like that with your breath. From here, we're gonna rise up to crescent pose. Take a big inhale. Just settle in, allow your hips to melt, allow your arms to reach up, shoulders to relax down the back. We're gonna take a twist, right arm back, left arm forward. You can challenge your balance by looking back at your right hand. At any time, feel free to drop your left knee. Look forward, right hand to the back thigh, exalted warrior. Left arm reaches up and back. Take one more big inhale and then just release your left hand down. Right arm's gonna go up for a twist. Again, feel free to drop your left knee at any time if you need a break. One more big inhale. Let's take that right arm over your ear for that little extra space in the side body. And then right hand comes down. Step back, take your vinyasa. Pausing in down dog, take a couple of breaths here. Kind of reset, adjust your feet. Energy in the thumb and the forefinger. Fingers are spread, head and neck is relaxed. And then focus on your breathing. At the end of your next exhale, big step forward with your left foot. Start with just a runner's lunge. Slide that right foot way back, just like we did on the other side. If you need blocks, that's always another option to have blocks underneath your hands to help raise the floor to your hands. One more inhale here, and then drop your right knee to the mat. Toes stay tucked under on that right foot, rise up crescent B. So check in with your shoulders. Are they coming up by your ears? And if they are, relax them down. Send those hips forward. On your next inhale, reach up and back a little bit more. And then as you exhale, lift the knee, sweep those arms back. Do that 3 more times with your breath. Keep it slow and mindful and full. After this next exhale, we're going to rise up to crescent pose. Come all the way up. Allow the hips to melt down. Remember, you can bend the right knee or let the knee come all the way down. On your next exhale, take a twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Like you're expanding your wings here, looking back, challenging your balance. Now look forward at the right palm. Left hand to your right thigh, reach up and back. One more big inhale, then right hand down. Left arm comes up for that twist. Again, option to drop your right knee to back off a little bit. We're gonna take that left arm up and over your ear, get long, and then left hand comes down. Slowly step that left foot back, take your vinyasa. So I'm pausing in down dog. So we're gonna get into our shoulders for a moment. I'm gonna have you guys drop down onto your forearms and then lace your fingers together. So you create this little triangle with your palms to your elbows. And then I want you to bring your shoulders in line with your elbow crease. And then from there, keeping the foundation here with your arms, then start to tiptoe your feet toward your elbows. So your forehead is off the mat, might be floating right over your fists, and you're pressing the floor away from you. So either stay here or bring your chin in front of your fingers and then press back. I call these dolphin push-ups. I don't really know what they're called, but that's what I've been calling them for years. So if you're with me, we're going to do 2 more. We're going to meet back in dolphin, or if you're staying there, to stay there. 2 more breaths. And then your sweet reward, come down on your knees, find child's pose. Arms again can reach forward or reach back toward your heels. See what feels better. Take a couple of resting breaths here. Imagine I'm standing behind you, just gently pressing your hips closer to your heels. And then we're going to meet back in down dog when you're ready. You are absolutely welcome to stay in child's pose as long as you like. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Think about something you want to let go of in your life and just open your mouth and sigh it out. Let it go. Do that again. Maybe it's something that happened today. You don't want to think about it anymore. Just let it go. Take your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open the hip. Maybe flip your dog if that's in your practice. If you're flipped, go ahead and come back over. We're going to take your right foot, step it forward, find your runner's lunge. Slide that left foot way back, drop your left knee, inhale, crescent B. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, knee lifts, or you can keep it down. Let's do that just 1 more time. On your next inhale, find crescent pose. You decide what to do with your left leg. But your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are reaching up, your jaw's relaxed. Just allow that left hip flexor to get a nice opening. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, right arm back, exalted warrior. I'm sorry, that's not yet. Just reach your right arm back, and then look forward. I got ahead of myself. Now exalted warrior, reach that left arm up and back. 1 more breath, and then just open to warrior 2. Let that left foot spin flat, toes turn slightly in, and then sink into your right knee. So check your alignment because we're going to be here for a bit. Right toes are straight forward. You're trying to track that knee right in line with your ankle, and left toes are turned in just a little bit, and your feet are in line with each other. Different than a warrior 1. So straighten your right leg for a moment, and then when you exhale into your bent knee, see if you can equalize the energy in both legs. So as you come forward, instead of putting all the work in this right thigh, activate your left leg as well. Seal the outer edge of it to your mat. And then without changing your legs, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Side angle pose, forearm to thigh, or of course you're welcome to take whatever option your body is ready for tonight. 2 more breaths here. Can you sink a little deeper in your knee? Relax the toes. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Side angle pose again. If you want a different option, maybe grab a block. Place your hand on the inside or outside of your right foot. It's another option. If you always try the inside of your foot, maybe tonight you go the outside of your foot. Maybe arm over the ear. Half or full wrap is always available as well. So I want you to sink a little deeper in your right knee and keep that depth and come back to warrior 2. You know I always give you a nice release after, so don't worry. I'll make it worthwhile. Stay here a couple more breaths, maybe a smile on your face. Maybe you see your intention right in front of you. 1 more big breath. Sink a little deeper as you exhale, and then straighten that right leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle, 2 straight legs. Reach to the back of your mat. Make this feel so good. Maybe put a little energy in your right big toe. Press down there to ground, and then come on up. You want to shorten your stance, bump that left foot a little closer. And then reach forward into triangle pose. You can use your block if it's already there for you. Maybe hand on your shin. I want you to lean back, align your hips, align your shoulders. Gaze up if that's okay on your neck. Otherwise, just keep your neck neutral, looking straight ahead. Okay, so where we're going with the arm, we're gonna take your arm to the back of your yoga mat. Big arm clock. As you exhale, fold over your front thigh. Enjoy this nice little hamstring stretch. And then you're gonna inhale, turn your palm toward the screen as you come back up with that circle. As you begin to exhale, you're reaching back and folding. Inhale, come back up. Let's do that one more time. Feels so good. We'll meet with that arm back up to the sky. And then if you want to take a half wrap or extend over your ear or do something different, feel free for a couple more breaths. The circles felt good. You can do a few more. On your next inhale, we're going to come all the way up. We're going to grab your strap or hand towel, whatever you've got. And we're going to take your right toes and turn them in. So you're facing the side. Big toes are in, heels are out. And go ahead and place the strap in your right hand and allow the strap to fall down your backside. And this left arm will then reach behind and grab the strap or towel. So I don't want you to go anywhere yet. I want you to play with your shoulders, and can you walk your hands a little closer? And then from there, once you can't walk them any more closer, look up, take a little back bend, and then lead with your heart as you slowly, again, your toes are pigeon-toed, so toes are in, slowly come down into a wide-legged forward fold. And then notice if you feel any discomfort in your low back, that's when I want you to release your hands to the floor. If you're feeling discomfort in your shoulders that you can breathe through, that's okay. This is definitely a deep shoulder opener. But if it's bothering your back, you want to give your body support. You can even place a block under your head to get some support that way. Your head and neck should be relaxed. Your breath should be full. One more full breath. And then on your next inhale, you're going to rise on up. Release your arms, give them a little shake, and you're going to let your strap fall on the other side of your mat so it's waiting there for you next time. All right, from here, we're going to turn your right toes forward. Come back to warrior two. So we're going to float into half moon pose, which you guys know I always recommend using a block. You don't have to. Block or paper towels work great. You're going to place your right palm to the outer edge of your right pinky toe and then flex your left toes and peel your left hip open, just like we were doing when we were bending the knee and opening the hip. And then maybe you reach up, or maybe you don't. Maybe you keep your hand at your hip. Maybe you keep your eyes focused straight ahead at your screen, or you challenge your balance and you look up. Lots of options here. If you want to reach back, bend that left foot and grab the foot, you can. I'm going to stay right here in half moon. 2 more breaths. And then all you're going to do on your next exhale is bring your left hand down to your block. Or if you only have one block, you can put it in the middle. We're just going to roll your left hip down and then step back to pyramid pose. So if you've got your blocks, I would take them with you and kind of frame your foot at any height that feels right for you this evening. Doesn't matter what you normally do. Listen to your body tonight. And I want you to square your hips. So before you fold, look forward, draw your right hip back and your left hip forward. Take an inhale and then take all that length with you as you fold over your front thigh. While you're folding, keep sending your right hip back and left hip forward. Deep breaths here. If you have been sitting a lot, this might feel really tight. I know I am feeling really tight right now. Even though I bought a standing desk so I don't sit so much, I'm still finding myself sitting. Couple more deep breaths here. We're going to step your left foot forward to meet your right. If you've got your blocks next to you, you can move them. From here, we're going to bend your knees and find Utkatasana, chair pose. First one of the night. Drop those hips, reach those arms up. Toes are light, so maybe lift all 10 toes off the mat. That will encourage you to shift the weight back to your heels. Bring your hands now to your heart. Inhale, lift the sternum. We're going to take your left elbow across your body, hook it to the outer edge of your right knee, and press that right palm down into your left. Side crow is always available if you want it, or just stay here. But while you're staying here, look down at your knees and notice if one knee's in front of the other. That is common, that happens, that your left knee might come forward. Try to keep your hips and knees in line with each other. 2 more breaths wherever you are. And we're gonna end up meeting in a forward fold. So just straighten your legs and fold over your thighs. Shake your head out, yes and no. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up, look up. What the heck, let's do another side body stretch. Reach over to the side. Inhale, reach up. This is a great stretch to do in the middle of the workday, right? Take it the other way. Inhale, both arms reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look forward, either step back to down dog or take your vinyasa, your choice. Just go slow with control. Down dog is where we'll meet. We're gonna take a few resting breaths there. So if you would like to come to child's pose for a few breaths, you are welcome to. If you need to do a little towel asana or a little water asana, you can absolutely do that as well. So take about 4 more breaths to do what your body needs at this very moment. One more full breath. Maybe open your mouth, let something go. Sigh it out. On your next inhale, send your left leg up to the sky, bend your knee and open the hip. And if you want to flip your dog, bring that left foot down and send your hips up to the sky. You can just stay with that knee bent and hip stacked. If you're flipped, go ahead and flip back over. That leg's gonna come back up and we're gonna step the foot forward, find your runner's lunge. So make sure you get that foot as far forward where the knee is over your ankle. And then when you're ready, drop your right knee and inhale into crescent B. Send the hips forward. As you exhale, lift the knee, sweep back. Again, you're welcome to keep the knee down. Do that one more time. And then inhale, rise up to crescent pose and just settle in. We're gonna take a twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Look back if you can. And then look forward, exalted warrior. Reach your right arm up and back. One more breath, and then spin your right foot flat, find warrior 2. So again, important right here to check your alignment. Left toes are forward, left knee in line with the ankle. That's what you're going for. It might not be tonight. Your left heel is in line with your right foot. Your right toes are turned slightly forward. So much little intricacies of this pose. And then you're trying to equalize the energy in both legs. All the while, you're just like chilled out in this pose. Very active pose. So let's inhale, straighten the left leg, reach your arms up, and see if you can equally energize both legs as you sink back into your warrior 2. And just stay here. Extend through all 10 fingers. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Try not to change your legs. Just stay here, breathe into that side body. And then bring that left forearm to your left thigh, right arm up, side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Stay here and breathe. 2 more breaths right here. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Side angle pose one more time, maybe this time with your hand to the floor or on a block, or just repeat what we did. You can go explore with your arm over the ear, half or full wrap. I know Ellen wants to do a 3-minute wrap, so go for it. Couple more breaths right here. So I want you to sink a little deeper in your knee and then rise back up, warrior 2. Stay here, stay calm. Find your breath. Literally, notice the inhales coming in through your nose and the exhales going out through your nose. 1 more breath, just like that. Awesome job. Straighten your left leg, reverse your triangle, right hand to the back thigh, reach up and back. Find the energy in your left big toe by pressing down with that big toe into your mat. And then come on up. We're gonna reach forward, left hand down, right arm up. Take that triangle pose. So adjust your feet if you need to shorten your stance at all. On your next inhale, reach your right hand to the back of your mat. And as you exhale, fold over your front thigh, big circle. As you inhale, turn the palm toward the screen. As you rise up, reach to the back as you're exhaling and fold. As you begin to inhale, that arm circles back up 1 more time. Exhale, we'll fold, and we'll meet with that arm back up to the sky. Yogi's choice here if you want to do a few more circles or half or full wrap behind the back or extended Utthita Trikonasana, you're welcome to go there. One more breath and then come all the way up. We're going to turn your left toes in, grab your strap. We're going to place the strap in your left hand this time. Let it fall behind you. Now, if either of these sides are more open for you and you don't need a strap, don't use it. No big deal. But this left elbow's up, the right arm reaches behind. And then do the same thing we did on the other side. Start to walk your hands closer. This is definitely my tighter side. And then when you can't walk any closer, inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold down over your thighs. Head is relaxed. Again, listen to your body. If your back feels any discomfort, it's talking to you like, what are you doing, lady? You're going to release your hands to the floor. Otherwise, stay where you are. This is a big shoulder opener. Shoulders love to store stress and muscular tension. So that's why you might be feeling some discomfort, but it's all for a good cause, creating space in your shoulders, between your upper back, shoulder blades. Couple more breaths here. So all I'm going to have you do this time is allow your hands to come down. Let your strap fall anywhere off your mat so you don't trip on it. So your arms are going to be underneath you. Let's place your left hand down. Reach your right arm up for a twist. Maybe a half wrap, reaching for that opposite hip crease, spinning your heart open. And then release that and we'll switch it up. Right hand down, left arm goes up to the sky. Good. Take your option you like here if you want to reach for that opposite hip crease. One more breath. And then release that hand down. So from here, I'm going to have you walk your hands back, maybe in line with your feet. and kind of pull your body down, or maybe you grab your ankles or big toes for leverage to pull yourself closer to your thighs, but just gently. It's a little movement. You'll feel it. If I was looking at you, I might not even notice it, but you're definitely feeling that movement. You're feeling it in the hamstrings. A couple more breaths. And then release those hands in front of you. We're going to turn your left toes forward. And we're going to rise up to crescent pose. And find warrior two. So we're going to end up lifting. I like to use the word gliding. So you go with grace into your half moon pose. So find your block, place it to the outside of that left pinky toe. Now check your left foot. It should be straight forward, not turned in to help with the balance. I'm going to hit my head on my dining room table, so that's not good. So right hand on your hip, peel your hip open, flex your right toes. Maybe you look up, maybe you reach your right arm up. If this feels too wobbly for you, then bring your hand back down or change your gaze. If you want to reach for your right foot with your right hand for a Chipasana, you're welcome to go there. 2 more breaths here in your half moon pose. And then bring your right hand down to your block if you've got 2 blocks. Square your hips off and then step your right foot back into pyramid pose. So frame your foot with your blocks. Pyramid pose is a short stance. Your right heel should be on the mat. And then I like to say slide your right foot back until you start to feel like your heel's gonna lift. That's where you wanna stop. And then let's inhale, look forward. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Keep that and then fold over your left thigh. Take some deep breaths here. And while you're breathing, keep squaring those hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. You're welcome to walk your hands back toward the right leg if you like. Two more deep breaths here. And then go ahead and look forward. We're going to step your right foot forward to meet your left. If your blocks are in your way, you can move them out of the way. And then we're going to sit down, bend your knees. So your toes, take a look at them, line them up, and then sit down. Tuck the tailbone under as you reach your arms up to the sky and allow your shoulder blades to slide down your back. And then hands come to your heart. Your thumbs are right at your sternum. You're going to inhale, lift the sternum. Don't straighten the legs though, just lift. And then that right elbow comes across, pressing the left palm down into the right for your chair twist. Again, if you want to take side crow, you're welcome to do that. I think this feels so good. My left side of my low back always hurts, so this just feels so good. I could stay here all day. But don't worry, we won't. Just a couple more breaths. On your next exhale, straighten your legs and just fold over your thighs. Shake your legs out a little bit. Take your feet hip width distance apart. Take your peace fingers. We're going to wrap them around your big toes. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows and fold forward. So your elbows are kind of going to the sides, and then shake your head out. You should have a little more space in the neck area. So keep holding onto your big toes. Inhale, look forward. See if you can find a little more length. And then as you exhale, elbows to the sides again. Fold, shake that head out. Carefully release your toes. Inhale, look forward. You've got that nice long spine. Let's come all the way up to standing. Reach up and draw your hands to your heart. Take a moment here. A couple deep breaths. Notice any energetic shifts in the body, maybe a little more space. Maybe you feel taller. And release your hands at your sides. We're gonna set up just for tree pose tonight. So let's start with your left foot being your tree trunk, spreading the toes of your left foot, grounding into all four corners of your foot, and then place your right foot either at your ankle, below the knee, above the knee, or a half lotus. Hands are gonna be at your heart to start or to stay. You're welcome to reach up, do whatever you like with your hands. You can challenge your balance by looking up if you like. One more breath. Bring your hands back to your hearts. Release that and switch it up. Right foot is going to stay down. Left foot at your ankle, below your knee or above the knee. Hands at your heart. You can again gaze up if you like. I'm having a windy day today. I don't know about the rest of you, but my balance is not happy today, but that's okay. It's just a yoga pose. Hands back to your heart. Release your foot, shake your legs out. From here, let's take our feet wide. We're gonna come into Malasana. So if you know you like to use a block, you can grab a block. We're gonna turn the toes out and just squat down. And you can stay like this or place a block right underneath you. Make sure the block is even, and then hands at your hearts. Spine is nice and long. A couple deep breaths here. One more breath. And then we're gonna make our way down onto the floor. So if you've got a block underneath you, just remove it and careful of your knees, lower down. Take those legs out, give them a shake in front of you. Let's start with a hamstring stretch, and then we're gonna do some deeper stretches on our back. So take your left foot out, right foot in for Janu Shirashasana. You're gonna grab your left thigh and literally roll the thigh inward toward the bottom of your right foot. And then go ahead and flex your toes for me. Now you have a strap handy. You're welcome to place the strap around your foot. Well, that might allow you to keep your spine long as you pull yourself forward, or you can reach your arms up for your foot, your ankle, your shin, whatever you can reach. The bottom of your pants, whatever works, it works for me. But use what you can to keep your spine long. Think about your nose reaching towards your toes. Two more breaths here. Again, gentle, small movements as you're exhaling, bringing your torso closer to your thigh. And then slowly come on up. And we'll just switch sides. Right foot out, left foot in. Just like a tree pose without the balance, yay. And grab your right thigh, roll it inward. Reach your arms up or place that strap around your foot. Little twist and then reach, 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 and fold. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly come on up. So keep your left leg as it is. We're gonna take this right foot on top for double pigeon or fire log pose. So ideally, you wanna have your ankles over your knees. You might have a big space like I'm showing right now. This might feel completely uncomfortable for you. If it does, you're just gonna place your right shin in front, okay? And then from there, flex both feet, inhale, reach up, and then reach forward and fold over your fire log legs. Couple of deep breaths here. And continue to crawl your fingers forward if your body allows that. And then slowly walk your hands back up. Let's switch the legs, other one on top. And this side might feel entirely different, so make modifications if you need to. Flex both feet. Inhale, reach up. Remember, your left shin can be in front of you on the floor as you reach and fold over your thighs. Two more breaths. And then slowly walk your hands back up. How are we doing on time? Okay, I'm gonna forget some stuff that I was gonna do. We're gonna take our legs out to the sides. Open your legs up. Then take your hands behind you and scooch forward a little bit. Feet are flexed. Inhale, reach up and take a side body stretch. Daddy. And then come up and over the other way. Fine. One more breath here. And then inhale, reach both arms up, look up, and bring your hands down and crawl your arms forward. Two more deep breaths. You can crawl your arms more forward if your body allows. Feet are still flexed. One more breath, and then slowly begin to walk your hands back up. Grab the undersides of your legs, bend the knees, bring your legs together. We're gonna make our way down onto our back, so grab a block if you have one handy. So we're gonna walk the feet in, grab your block, and we're gonna lift up to bridge, a supported bridge. So place your block underneath you. This is a night class, so I don't like to do big back bends, too energizing, so just enjoy this. From here, if you wanna walk your feet forward and see how that feels. If you like how it feels, stay there and maybe reach your arms over your head onto the floor. If you don't like how it feels, just walk your feet back in. One more deep breath here. So we're gonna bring your arms back by your sides and walk your feet in. So you're back in that supported bridge if you extended the legs. And then take your legs straight up for shoulder stand. So ankles, knees, and hips in one straight line. Just allow gravity to take over here. You're still breathing deeply. Two more deep breaths. And then carefully release one foot down at a time. Press down into your feet. You're gonna lift your hips to remove the block and slowly lower your spine down to the earth. Draw your knees into your chest, gently rock from side to side. And then let's take a happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of your feet, drawing the knees down toward the floor, just gently rocking from side to side. Option to straighten one leg or both legs as you're gently rocking. Massaging your low back. And then bring your knees together. Let's extend your left leg long. Squeeze your right knee in. Feel free to rotate your ankle if you need some little ankle cracks. And then with your left hand, guide your right knee across your body. Extend your right arm and look over that extended arm. Try to keep your right shoulder glued to the mat. One more deep breath. And then come on back to center. Switch it up, draw your left knee in, right leg long. Rotate that ankle around if you like in both directions. And then with your right hand, guide your knee across your body. Left arm goes left, look left. Take some deep breaths here into this twist. Should feel so good. One more breath. Carefully make your way back onto your spine. We're gonna squeeze your knees in. Lift your nose up toward your knees. Big inhale right here. And then as you exhale, letting it go into our final pose, Shavasana. Letting your legs be wide on the mat, feet just flopping open. You have something to cover your eyes, putting a little gentle pressure on the temples. That would feel nice. I will watch the time. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. On your next inhale, just reaching your arms up over your head onto the floor for one final stretch from the fingertips all the way down to your toes. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, draw those knees into your chest, gently rocking from side to side. Letting those knees carefully fall over to the right. And then when you feel ready, making your way up to a comfortable seated position. And when you get there, just close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. Let's draw the hands together at the heart. And I'm going to close our practice tonight with the same quote that I started with. My wish for you is that you continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness. Continue to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart. Again, that's from Maya Angelou. So together, let's take a long, slow, full inhale through the nose. Fill up. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Thank you for coming together to share our energy and practice with each other virtually, but yet still together. May the sun always shine through your heart. into your smile and warm your soul. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Namaste. Thank you. Let me stop that.